Welcome to Wistwater Reviews, a podcast where I review different elements of my personal life on a 5-star scale. I was running across my university campus when a small brown bird came upon me and spread her wings. I understood it to be a sign of aggression and I increased my speed. And then I felt something on the back of my head. Through the shadow, I saw that it was the bird who had come up from behind me and tried to grab my head. And then I really increased my speed. I've had incredible difficulty writing this podcast episode. For the previous episodes, I had the seed of the idea in my mind for a long time before I wrote it. My thoughts were stars that needed to be fathomed into constellations. In this case, there were no stars. This podcast topic was suggested to me. I was in search for meaning and lessons that would be taught by the existence of these winged creatures. And for the longest time, I couldn't find it. 66 million years ago, a huge comet hit the Bay of Mexico and caused a cataclysmic event that resulted in the loss of almost all four-legged creatures weighing above 25 kgs. At the time, as Spielberg famously put it, dinosaurs ruled the earth. However, not all dinosaurs were created equal, and at the time, it wasn't the birds that ruled the sky, but a dinosaur class called pterosaurs. As the comet hit, it released energy worth several million nuclear bombs on the earth, and the larger species just couldn't survive the hostile conditions that followed. The pterosaurs went extinct. It takes more resources for a larger animal to stay alive, and the bigger and more complex the species, the sooner they go extinct. Ironically, the factors that made the pterosaurs dominate the skies were the same factors that ensured their extinction. Most other bird species also went extinct, but few didn't. They were able to swim and seek shelter in water and marshlands. They were able to build nests in trees and termite holes. What made the birds weak and inferior to pterosaurs is what ensured their survival in those testing times. Once conditions started becoming a bit more normal, the birds now took to the clear skies left empty by pterosaurs, and they experienced what is called adaptive radiation. That is, they prospered and grew and diversified because they had no predators and a lot of space to grow. It's like leaving a kid in a chocolate factory, but it's also healthy for the kid. Thus, in retrospect, the meteor crashing was a lot less destructive than it might have seemed at the moment. What was death for many was life for many more. Birds weren't the only ones that enjoyed adaptive radiation after crashing of the meteor. Mammals had a field eon as well. There are different ways to define it, but the first mammals are thought to be from 225 million years ago. The first one found was a mouse-like creature from 160 million years ago. To put it kindly, us mammals were second-class citizens of the earth. There wasn't a lot of change that the mammals were going through before the meteor crashed. But just 10 millions after the meteor crashed, survived a fossil that would be discovered as the oldest ape, the Archicebus achilles. It wasn't a very remarkable animal. It weighed 20 to 30 grams and could fit within the palm of a human hand. But given the state of mammals before the meteor, these were big developments happening fast. One day, those Archicebus achilles would produce descendants so destructive and powerful that it would make the big dinosaurs look like wild pets. Those descendants would study the universe and harvest energy and write podcast episodes that commented on how undistinguished the Archicebus achilles were. Humans wouldn't exist if that meteor hadn't crashed 66 million years ago. The meteor crashing was arguably the most important but also the least natural development in the origin of our species. Species just don't grow orders of magnitude in such a short time span. It is all the magic of adaptive radiation. Most of the birds and us humans wouldn't be here if dinosaurs hadn't gone extinct in such a dramatic fashion. And suddenly, the meteor that crashed looks like it carried the light of life for us. What was heat and death for dinosaurs is warmth and life for others. Yet we cannot claim to have any credit for that. It just all seems to be luck in retrospect. The unique biology of birds happened to be suited for the apocalyptic conditions that a giant meteor brought upon the earth. Birds have always seemed a miraculous group of animals to me. As life developed from ocean to land, there were some of us who took to the skies. The forelimbs gradually evolved to wings, and a dinosaur class known as theropods took flight. That is an amazing fact that I didn't really wrap my head around for a long time. Birds are theropods dinosaurs. They are not descendants of dinosaurs. They don't have a common ancestor with dinosaurs. They are dinosaurs. They don't have the size and might that we associate with dinosaurs, but nevertheless, they are the only living dinosaurs. Obviously, size can't be a bird's strong suit since they have to fly, but the miracle of flight is achieved by some remarkable features of the bird's biology. For example, they have hollow bones that help them intake air directly into air sacs, thus making the process much more efficient. Only 25% of the air goes into their lungs. Around 250 million years ago, a small two-footed omnivore would produce a child that would be the ancestor of all dinosaurs. Some of those dinosaurs would become so massive they would shake the earth when they walk, while some would leave it for the skies. The birds were weak and small. They would be scared of the earth-shaking big dinosaurs. They would hide and fill corners of the world that the big dinosaurs couldn't reach or didn't want. And then one day, 66 million years ago, the sky would have burnt extra bright and the earth would have shook harder than it usually did. The big earth-shaking dinosaurs were nowhere to be seen, and the birds would have taken flight without fear of pterosaurs or anyone in the skies. The days of birds being scared in the skies were over. They would never have to tolerate trespassers in their territories again. And that includes insolent runners in a college campus. I give birds 4 stars.